Oh yeah, hell yeah. Did you have an article today?
I did not.
I don't either. So
No.
we'll just skip past all that bullshit. And today we kind of brainstormed after last Saturday's podcast, and we just wanted kind of like not really like more structure, but slightly more structure. And as you can see, it's actually less structure because neither one of us have articles because we researched for the main topic, which we wanted to talk about this week, which was esports, because it's a growing, constantly evolving new part of this generation. Like no one's seen this before. This isn't something it's happened, but never on this scale or capacity that like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's really cool.
Yeah.
And I believe like one of the very first game tournaments ever was like an Atari held tournament. Okay. And it was like a giant scale. It had like, like 30 systems, and people just like competed in like platform games to see who had like the highest score.
Oh, okay.
And they had like a prize pool and stuff. And that was one of like the first ever like big tournaments. And I think that was in the late 80s, early 90s maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, to see what it's grown, we were just watching a match that I'm going to talk about later, and like, it's insane, bro. It's like a whole stadium sold out,
dude,
giant screens, the confetti.
The turnout rate for them is just ridiculous. Because it's something that I believe a lot of people have in common. A lot of people like to play video games, and a lot of people that play video games are competitive.
Or respect people who are extremely good at a video game they enjoy.
Yes. And I think it's one reason that it has such a big turnout is because everybody can get kind of behind it.
Yeah, and then like, even if you like hate, say, your significant other, watching them play video games with their average ass, watching like the best people in the world playing the video game you're used to watching your garbage significant other play, it's probably pretty cool, even for them who don't really understand
what's actually going on or the mechanics that it takes to play these video games
but they
extremely
know they're the best.
Yes.
And they can, I mean, I'm assuming they can see that they're the best, even if, because I mean, it's like if you don't know what basketball is really, but you go watch a high school game, then you go watch an NBA game, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh, they're all 7'2". Okay. Like, there's a difference between like when me and the boys play, and then when like there's a major championship and them boys are playing. They're like, they have a coach behind them and shit. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. We talked about that. Did you want to jump into your side first?
Yeah.
What you want to talk about?
So we just talked about how esports is growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big movement. It was, I guess, predicted or analyzed. I don't know how they do all that.
Right.
But that it would be $1 billion industry by 2019 or at the end of 2019.
Yeah.
And it is. It's $1.1 billion is in just revenue of selling tickets, merch, fucking prize money, whatever.
Yeah, and when you watch like the tournament shit, right? And you see all those people down at the bottom, every one of them's got like a light up for their team or like their shirt on, their jerseys on. Like it's like NFL teams. People like are, and we talked earlier about like how it's countries. It's not like a bunch of teams from USA. There's a Danish team, Fanatics a Swedish team. The people who have been dominating recently, I believe, are an Australian team. Like and I think that can be something like, even if someone's not into it, but I don't know how. I mean, this ties into merch, but repping your country, because Cloud9's an American team, NAW is an American team, and like that's, I mean, because like we were talking about basketball and baseball earlier, like we don't necessarily give a fuck about basketball and baseball.
Yes,
but if Houston wins, I'm gonna go buy a World Series Astros shirt.
Yeah.
Right? So like if Cloud9 wins or NAW wins, like that's my country, they're playing video games. I'm gonna have to go support.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
That's what helps bring people together over it.
Yeah.
You were talking about merch and stuff and how it's a $1 billion industry.
Yeah. Oh, so the Olympics is actually looking to start doing esports.
I believe it. They're supposed to be,
as far as like, take a U.S. team, Australian team, and start doing Olympic electronic sporting, which is fucking insane. Because can you imagine So, somebody comes up to you, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm training for the Olympics. Oh, bro, what event? You're like, oh, Rocket League. Like, that's some just
That's cool.
fucking cool shit.
It's cool as fuck. And I mean, and Rocket League's looked to be like one of the things that they're thinking about going to, because like you can't. Rocket League's one of those games that, bro, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, you have the same advantage that everybody else has.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what car you use. I mean, I guess kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
It's debated whether it matters what car you use. Typically, I don't think it fucking matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
I can use any car and stomp on kids, okay?
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro, it's. I feel like if there was going to be an Olympic game, because CSGO even, it can be like, oh, well, this is a T-sided map or this is CT-sided. But in Rocket League, bro.
Yeah, and you could also go with, like, oh, the guns and killing and whatnot. But Rocket League, man, it's car soccer.
Yeah, it's one car versus another car, 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
The most violent thing is getting demoed.
Yeah, 6 cars and a ball and 2 goals, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no advantages, no disadvantages. You just play the best that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of many games. Well, I think CSGO is a fair game. I think the way it's broke down is fair, but there's still naysayers.
Yeah.
So the most fair game that I think for an Olympic level, like PUBG, I think is garbage for any kind of championship gameplay.
Yes.
Fortnite, garbage. I don't think that's a true level of. I mean, it is a level of skill, but like there's so many infinite possibilities that there are for anything, but like where you land, where you go, what the drops are. There's nothing consistent.
Yeah, it would have to be like a best of 3 game.
Yeah.
Like, just because if you do get shit loot when you drop, you can go ahead and not necessarily count that game out, but you're going to be at a huge disadvantage if somebody fucking has an AK and you have a 9mm pistol.
Suit, because mech suit, I don't even know if they still have those. I haven't played Fortnite in years. Please forgive me. But I mean, there's just shit in those games that is just broken. If you find a crate, like an airdrop, and you have an M2 whatever fucking sniper, and you can hit people from clear across the map, and nobody can do that to you, you kind of have an unfair advantage, even in an esport. And I'm not saying you can't play those in esports, right? Because people do, and there are tournaments.
Yes.
But that's where like the people like me who are like, that's not necessarily fair. You
Yeah.
know, like you can't be giving out like $2 million on some and shit happens. Like some bullshit has happened in those tournaments, and I don't know, and like CS:GO and everything, but I just feel like Rocket League, bro. There's no room for bullshit,
Yeah.
Like you play, like that's all there is. There's no, there's I think it's cool. I think they're all cool.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about CS:GO today, but as far as an Olympic standard team, where like that like it's like just you guys versus us guys. You know what I'm saying? America versus Australia or whoever. I feel like that's a very clean way to decide it.
Yeah.
Would be Rocket League.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd play like PC or remote controller, like what they do.
I don't know.
Probably PC. Fucking sweats.
Yeah. I mean, most PC players that play Rocket League are sweaty as fuck.
Sweaty as fuck, dude.
I think Justin's got like 1,100 to 1,400 hours on that game.
Jesus Christ. I've got more, but still, Jesus Christ. And that's only because I've had the game since it came out, though.
Rocket League?
Yeah. I've had Rocket League forever, dude. That's why
you got over 1,000 hours on Rocket League.
I guarantee it. You should see my CS:GO hours. There's like 5 matches. I swear to God.
Jesus.
My CS:GO hours.
Yeah, but those CS:GO matches are fucking long, dude.
Yeah, you don't understand, bro. CS:GO used to be like, I used to be like kind of addicted to CS:GO, like kind of in a bad way. Like I like played CS:GO like constantly, like
unhealthily.
There's like a skill cap to CS:GO, bro. That like you can like how Rocket League you can see yourself get better. CS:GO it's like daily. Like what I'm saying, you hit a headshot one match, one more headshot than it, like, and you're like, dude, my aim is getting crazy. And so like before I would play these hour-long games, like 5-hour-long games, I would sit in training sessions for like an hour just by myself.
Nah, man.
And then go into like 5 hours a game and like look up and it's like 7 in the morning. And you've played 5 matches, bro.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's crazy, bro.